Good morning, brothers and sisters. I welcome you to our daily devotion insight. And this morning, I would like to share the devotion entitled, Whose Image? I will read from the books of Romans, chapter 8, verse 29. It goes like this. For those he foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son, so that he would be the firstborn among many brothers. There was a research that they found out that more than 40% of Americans between ages 26 to 40 have a tattoo. They gave themselves a tattoo. But many came to regret their tattoo, and thus has spawned a new and thriving business. That is tattoo removal business. You can make a tattoo and you can remove tattoo nowadays. But certain things cannot be reversed. One day, the dreaded mark of the beast will be stamped on the foreheads or the hands of those who worship the Antichrist, and no laser will be able to remove it. How much better that we have the image of Christ stamped upon our hearts, As I've just read, as Christians, we are to be conformed to the image of God's Son, that is Jesus. We have just read in Romans chapter 8, verse 9. We are to bear the image of Christ, just as written in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 49. We are to behold the glory of the Lord, and we are transformed from His glory, from His image, from glory to glory by the Spirit, just as written in 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18. And Jesus once taught a lesson by observing the image of a coin. He asked, whose image of this? In Matthew chapter 22, verse 19 to 22. He asked for the coin and asked, whose image of this? And they said, it's Caesar. And they say, whoever belongs to Caesar gives to Caesar, because the money belongs to Caesar, because the image of Caesar. So there was a lesson. The image, what is stamped on our hearts, is our image, is Caesar image is stamped on our hearts, or image of an Antichrist, or image of God. In the same way, our worth is determined by whose image is stamped on our lives. Therefore, nothing worth more valuable than the image of God being stamped on our life, isn't it? Right? Therefore, this morning, crave, yearn, and conform to the image of Christ, so that it will be stamped on our hearts. Charles Wesley said, Adam likeness is now effaced, stamp thy image on its place. May this morning, as we work on our day, we look unto the Lord and ask God's image and pray that we will conform to God's image, to God's Son's image. Amen. May the word of the Lord bless you this morning.